What's going on, you guys? It's FWLTI to the E here once again, and this is basically my video that I said I wanted to do on blood in wrestling. Obviously, it's a subject that has popped up quite a lot recently through John Cena saying openly on social media that he would like to see blood brought back into wrestling. Now, myself personally, I don't mind blood in wrestling. I feel that used at the right time, it can bring a new dimension to a match or a feud in general. So I really don't mind it. Now, there was a couple of things I wanted to touch on because I did watch on the network recently Spring Stampede from 1994, which was a WCW pay-per-view. And there was a little section in the middle where there was four matches, one after the other. And in all them four matches, pretty much everyone bled in the match in general. Now, I feel that is an excessive use of blood and colour in wrestling. I don't feel that there's that need to have that much in it. Obviously, there is the fans that are blood gore and all that which is pro like ECW fans and whatnot. And don't get me wrong, I do like ECW, and I do like seeing blood in wrestling. So don't think that I don't under any circumstances, because I actually do. Now with the PG era, blood in wrestling is something that has disappeared. Now, for me personally, I would like to see blood in wrestling colour brought back. I feel that it brings, as I said, another dynamic to the matches. Like, especially at the moment, you've got this feud going on with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Now, these two are crying out for an old school Attitude Era first blood match, cage match, something. But I feel in cage matches and stuff like that, you do have to have colour to make it not just more believable, but it just adds that little bit more to the match. I know I've read stuff in the past where Brett talks about him and Piper at WrestleMania 8 using colour and how they thought it'd bring something different to the match. And I feel that is true. It does do that. But there is obviously been people in the past who have over excessively used colour and blood in wrestling. Triple H being one in the early 2000s, used to bleed every month on pay-per-views. And Ric Flair throughout his career, literally you only had to look at Ric Flair and he busted wide open and started bleeding everywhere. So do I agree with the PG era? I suppose so, because I grew up in an early 90s where colour wasn't a main thing. There was like very rarely chair shots. So I'm not too over bothered about TV PG. Don't get me wrong, I love the Attitude Era. I love the TV 14 stuff with the Attitude Era and what they said and the freedom of expression. They could say what they want, do what they want, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I do feel in ways lately being PG that you can harm a match when there's blood involved accidentally, i.e. Takeover Dallas, Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe. There was obviously the cut that Samoa Joe got to his eyelid from Finn Balor, and I felt that if they'd left it, it could actually brought a new dynamic to the match because of the feud that been going on for a couple of months and the whole storyline behind it. But I felt that with the medical team keep on coming out and trying to deal with it and stop it bleeding, it actually harmed the match more than anything else, and they should have just let it go. I really do believe that. And another thing is, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the build up to WrestleMania, it was like WWE tried to go more TV 14, like with the stuff with Dean Ambrose and the chainsaw and the barbed wire, and you were thinking, holy hell, like this match between Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose is going to be off the chain, old school kind of Attitude Era sort of violence. But it didn't deliver. The best I was hoping for out of Ambrose was he was going to get a beating but come out looking good out of it, if that makes sense. But he just got an old fashioned beatdown and that was it. And another one is Roman Reigns and Triple H. The match was an absolute stinker. It was a bore fest. It was terrible. It was probably like one of the worst main events at WrestleMania I've ever seen. But again, leading up to it, they had this whole thing with Roman getting his nose busted, and alright, was it fake blood capsules used? Possibly, and to be honest, it was. But again, they used colour in that storyline, and then it just was forgotten about. It just disappeared. So I do feel like you do need colour in wrestling. I think John Cena is right. I don't often agree with what John Cena says, or just agree with John Cena in general. But no, I do believe colour in wrestling is an important thing. But also, I'd like to hear what you guys feel about colour in wrestling. So, yeah, again, drop your comments in the bottom. Tell me what you guys think about colour in wrestling. Would you like to see colour come back? Would you like WWE to be more TV 14 but not too over the top? But how do you feel about the PG era? Personally, I don't mind it. Because you have to cater for everyone, and I feel it does that more now, where obviously the Attitude Era was so broadly done on people 18 to 35. So I mean, you can't go around showing boobies on telly these days. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd like to see it, but you just can't do it no more. And you got to cater for the young fans. You know, they're the next generation of wrestling fans, and they can't be seeing stuff like that. You know, so yeah, so let me know what you guys think on this video about blood in wrestling. I do feel it is a dynamic, and it's something that should be brought back every now and again on a special occasion for a big feud. So yeah, let me guys know what you think, and again, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and peace.